Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Menhera Monday. I hope you're all doing well today. It's the beginning of a brand new week. Hope we're all ready to live our lives to the fullest. Hello Tidia, hello Amya-chan, hello Bubbly Shay, hello Unknown, hello Lydia. Welcome. So this week's question was, what's something that makes you happy? Is something to get us more in a positive mood today. So it's gonna be yeah, a little less wild and exciting than the previous one, because the previous one was very crazy. Hello Peachy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so it's gonna be it's gonna be less interesting than the previous, because the previous one is kind of like a fucking hear me out. So I don't know if we'll ever be able to rival that. It's gonna be our best stream yet, probably. It'd be hard to one up that, but maybe someday I'll come up with another wild question for people. Hello everybody. Seems like everyone's excited. Yes, positivity's good. You gotta, we live in a dark world, where a lot of bad things happen. But we still need to stay positive. Not because the world is amazing and perfect and great, but because that is what you have to do. If you want to make it through, you've got to stay positive. That's how you survive. You gotta believe that you can succeed before you can succeed. That's the first step. You have to believe that it's possible, because if you don't believe it's possible, then it really will be impossible, because your mindset oftentimes determines how well you do. There's a big mental element to anything you do. If you go in with the mindset that you can do it, then you'll have a better time with it. And that's the way the world works. Okay, let's go read out these questions. Yes. Let's see. Okay, so we got 24 responses on this one. Quite a lot of responses. We're really growing this. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing okay. I've been better. I'm feeling better now, though. Okay, I just got a glimpse of one of them and it made me laugh. But I know, I gotta read them in order. Alright, so the first response to what's something that makes you happy is pancakes, :3, yum yum, syrup in my mouth. And this person did not leave their name. But that's fair, pancakes are tasty. Food is a big part of what makes people happy in day-to-day life. It's one of the great pleasures of life. It's always nice to indulge when you can. I avoid sugary things most of the time, but sometimes I let myself have a little treat. And I'm not on keto anymore, so I can be more adventurous. You like your pancakes slightly burned, really? It's been a long time since I've had pancakes. I should bring on some extra music. No, wait. Do it on my other thing. Yep. Extra music. Should we go for Animal Crossing this time? I'm going for Animal Crossing. Yeah, let's do this. I don't know, that's too loud. Let me check. Does that sound about right? Is that too quiet? Might be too quiet. I don't know. Alright, well. Down a bit. I think that works. Right? I hope so. That's good? Hell yeah. It's better? Okay. Alright. Oh, this music's nice. Good vibes. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, so, pancakes, first answer. Solid answer. And to contrast this, what's something that makes you happy? Drugs. I mean, here's the thing. Technically, it's true, right? Drugs do make you happy. But only while you're on them. I mean, that's the whole point. They make your dopamine go. They make you feel good. They make you really happy. But then once they wear off, you're not happy anymore. So it does make you happy, just not in the long term. So I guess it's true. But that's the issue, right? There's so many situations in life where we can have short-term happiness at the expense of our long-term happiness. And a lot of the time we take the easy way because we just want that joy, we want that happiness, we want to feel good. But then we ruin it for our future selves. And that's not wise. But, you know, you gotta do what's best for you in the long term, because someday the future's gonna come and it's gonna be right up in your ass, and you need to, like, not hate it. You need to not hate it when life comes up in your ass, because otherwise your life is gonna suck. Alright, next response. Name something that makes you happy and why. Mude. And this one was written by Unknown. Wow. I'm glad you are enjoying your addiction, Unknown. Drugs only make you happy in the short term. Also, getting drugs is hard and will make you sad. Yeah, it's hard, and... I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Not all drugs are bad. A lot of them are, but... Okay, that sounds bad. What I mean is, marijuana isn't actually that harmful. In fact, it's less harmful than alcohol and nicotine. And yet it's illegal, but those other things aren't. Because we live in a very weird world. We're not really... Our laws aren't really here to, like, protect us. They're kind of here to, like, support other people's agendas. Marijuana being illegal is because of the, like, war on drugs. And that was a whole thing, and they had their own reasons for doing that. That sort of involved them kind of wanting to, like, get rid of certain people. But the thing is, marijuana is less harmful for you than a lot of things that are actually legal. So, you know, there's a difference between what's right and what's against, or like what's according to the law. There is such a thing as dumb laws. And a lot of people are stuck in the mindset that marijuana is, like, a horrible thing that you should, like, arrest people for. But that's, like, a conformist mindset. Because you're just thinking that because something is illegal, that must make it bad. But the truth is, if marijuana wasn't illegal, you wouldn't have thought of it as bad. It's just you kind of, you know, because why aren't people as against alcohol as they are marijuana, even though alcohol is more harmful? Well, it's because alcohol's legal, and so it's been normalized in our society. And marijuana is something that's taboo for no reason, because, again, society's kind of stupid sometimes. We just think of things in dumb, backwards ways. And people just follow it because that's what everyone else thinks. And it's silly, but we're coming out of that, because a lot of countries are making marijuana legal. And I'm saying this even though I don't even smoke marijuana. In fact, I don't... Wait. Yeah, no, I don't. It's not something that I like. So, I don't really enjoy it. So, I'm not biased here towards marijuana. This isn't me trying to justify an addiction. But this is what I believe. I'm Canadian, so it's legal for me to get high. Woo, yeah, hell yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. I greened out one time at a party, pretty crazy. Yeah, let's just hope the drugs that people you'll use is not something that will harm you getting addicted. That's the thing with marijuana. It's not addictive. Now, you can get addicted to it in the sense that you can get addicted to anything that feels good, right? You can get addicted to video games, you can get addicted to playing a sport, you can get addicted to anything, right? Because anything that feels good is something you can get addicted to. So in that sense, you can get addicted to marijuana, but it's not chemically addictive. In the sense that, like, nicotine is chemically addictive. It's, like, wired to make you addicted. It's part of the process. And it makes you, like, even if you're, like, a strong-willed person, it can get, like, a hold on you. That's not what marijuana is. It doesn't really do that. Like, it feels good, but it doesn't have an addictive element. And so, that's the weird part. Because it's literally not addictive. But then nicotine is, and that's legal, so it's like, what are they thinking? What are they doing? I don't know. Silly people. I don't smoke marijuana. Wait, double checks. Yeah, no, I don't. Actually, the reason why I did that stop was because I was unsure whether I should have admitted to the fact that I've done it in the past for, like, legal reasons. But then I remembered I don't really care. The police can come for me if they want. I'm gonna bribe them, probably, so it's okay. Fear and Hunger fans, when you get addicted to heroin, my life is like a video game. Oh, hello Nazumi. Welcome to the stream. Prohibition failed so bad. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like... that's the other reason. That's the other reason, actually, why it's bad for marijuana to be illegal. So, people always say that the big reason why marijuana should be illegal is because it is a gateway drug. Okay? Like, oh, it gets people into doing worse things. Well, guess what? Do you want to take a wild guess why it's a gateway drug? It's 'cause it's illegal. That's why it's a gateway drug. It's because, you know, how do you get weed when it's illegal? You have to find a drug dealer. Okay. Now that you've found a drug dealer, you now have access to all of these other drugs, and your drug dealer's like, hey, you like marijuana, right? Want to try something a little stronger? You want to try a little cocaine? You want to try a little LSD? You know, I've got all the goods here. You're such a good customer. You buy all the marijuana. Maybe you want something else. And then maybe someday you're like, you know, let's try something else. And then that's what gets you hooked, because you have to go to the drug dealers to get marijuana when it's illegal. And that's what makes it a gateway drug. And then you're like, okay, I've already broken the law once to get marijuana. I've already broken the law, so why not go a bit further? But then if marijuana was legal and people could just get it, then that wouldn't happen. People wouldn't think, oh, I've had marijuana, let's try cocaine. No, they wouldn't do that, because they'd be, oh, cocaine's illegal, I won't do that. I'll just do marijuana, because that's legal. And that's the thing that makes all this so stupid. Sometimes laws work against people. So it's actually more harmful that it's illegal. And the other thing is, a lot of this like prohibition type stuff doesn't work. So if you remember, if someone really wants something, then they'll find a way to get it. And, you know, there's a prohibition period where they, in America, where they made alcohol illegal. So plenty of countries had prohibitions of alcohol. But it never worked out. People found ways to get it. And, in fact, it made things worse. It created whole fucking crime rings. It created whole, like, businesses that were underground and even more dangerous than before. These black markets. It spawned black markets. And so, it made things worse. And now we've sort of learned a lesson from that, but we haven't applied it everywhere. Because when you make something legal, you can regulate it. You know, when marijuana is legal, you can make sure, okay, so we can make sure that they don't give too high doses. We can make sure that they don't sell, like, extra stuff in it that shouldn't be there. We can, you can keep it safer that way. But if it's not regulated, they can do whatever they want, because people will go to the people who aren't following the law, and so it's more dangerous that way, because then there's all sorts of other stuff mixed in. And so there's actually a real argument to be made that all drugs should be legalized, which is kind of going to sound like a weird thing to a lot of people. But the point is, if something is legal, you can regulate it. And if it's illegal, then you can't, because it's just in the hands of the nefarious drug dealers, it's in the hands of the Walter Whites and the Jesse Pinkmans. And, if you've ever watched Breaking Bad, they killed a lot of people. They did a lot of nefarious things. Is that what you want? Do you want Walter White going around killing your family? No, probably not. So, you should really... Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know whether I think it should be completely legalized, but it's an argument that I've heard, and I sympathize with it. At the very least, I think... Yeah, because, like... Yeah, okay, at the very least, I think it's horrible that people go to jail for taking drugs. I think that's fucked up. I think that's completely backwards. Because you're punishing the victim, right? If you're taking drugs, you're getting addicted, you're having your life ruined, you're the victim of that. The reason why it's illegal is because of how it affects you. Because it's bad for people. You don't punish the victim. That's insane. You don't... So you're punishing someone for taking drugs because drugs are harming them. And you punish them by putting them in jail, which also harms them. What? Completely backwards. I gotta catch up on chat. I've been yapping so much. Let's see what you guys are saying. If Mary Jane was legal, we could use it, buy it without access to harder stuff. Exactly. So it's the drug dealer that gives us the ideas. That's part of it. The other part of it is that if you've broken the law once to, like, get drugs, you're not gonna feel as much of, like, an inhibition to take more, because then you're thinking, okay, I've already broken the law once. You've crossed that line. And so now you're mentally more willing to, like, go break the law, and then, then people do other drugs. That's the other part from that. Exhibit is describing why the legalization of weed in Canada was so based. Exactly. Yeah, you can make alcohol at home. It's not that difficult either. I've never met a non-obnoxious marijuana user IRL, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people I know do marijuana, so it's like maybe you should call all my friends obnoxious. I must know a lot of obnoxious people. Harm reduction for the win. Exactly. Some things that are regulated can still end up in the black market. I suppose so. Your mom agrees with my takes? That's awesome. Except just called me obnoxious? No, that was Tedia. Yeah, that was me reading chat. I was like going according to like Tedia's logic. I was like, oh damn, my friends must be very obnoxious. But I'm sure a lot of weed users are obnoxious, I guess. Not that I'd really know, like I'm not like a fanatic of weed. It's not, again, I don't even really like doing it. Anyway. Finally, we caught up on chat. It's time to move on to the next response. Okie dokie. What's something that makes you happy? I think it's me doing what I love, that being writing stories and drawing art. I've always loved making art that allows me to express myself and possibly reach out to people that resonate with that art. Seeing someone resonate with the stuff that I do always makes my day. Seeing that is one of the things that motivates me more, along with my passion to create more art. Not only does it make me happy, it makes others happy. So I'm hoping to make more as I continue my journey of making art. And this one was written by Bubbly Shay, who is in our chat right now. Yes, yes. Yeah, art is a very important part of life, definitely. And I value art quite a lot. I would say it's very core to being human. And it is part of what sets us apart from other creatures, because animals cannot create art, you know? They can't. Unless you count, well, did they train like an elephant to like do like a drawing or something? I think in that case though, they still like trained it ahead of time to like follow specific instructions, so it wasn't like doing it of its own thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but for the most part, animals don't make art. You know, unless you count like fucking creatures making dams in the water, but that's not the same thing. Animals create art, do they? It's not common though, is it? Do you have an example? Doesn't follow instructions. Okay, well maybe that's the case. I'm not an animal scientist. I don't study the animals. But yeah. Yeah, me when I spread misinformation. Girls do painting in zoo habitations. Humans are animals too, kinda? Yeah, well, I know, but you know what I mean. Yeah, animals create art, but I think it's at a different level of intention than when humans do it. Yeah. Yeah, okay, maybe that counts as art. I don't know. The bird nests. But yeah, art is a big part of life. I love me some misinformation. I'd love to spread misinformation. Yeah, I think we all need it. We can't be too focused on the real world, too. I think it's important in the sense of, like, it gives us fantasy and escapism. Whether that be stories or just beautiful paintings, whatever it is. It's like we need to reach out to the other world a little bit. Because we can't handle too much reality. We need reality, but we can't handle too much of it. If we have too much of that, then we'll go insane. So we need to live in another world every now and then. You know, metaphorically. And that we can do that by getting lost in a good fiction, or looking at a nice painting that inspires the imagination, or just whatever, you know. It transports us somewhere else for a little bit, and it allows us to take a break from reality. And it allows us to be somewhere else for a bit. And then afterwards, we're more ready to face the world. That's what I think a balanced life is. A balanced life is one where you have both reality and non-reality. And you know, I've heard a lot of people say, well, I've heard some people say that, you know, that it's pointless to make art for the sake of escapism, and that the best art is art that talks about real life, you know? They say, you know, the best art is political art, or the best art is art that, like, has a thing to, you know, that reflects real life and addresses real life issues. And while I think that there is a place for stories like that, I'm not someone who says that we should never make stuff like that. I think stuff like that is useful. I disagree with the idea that that's what all art should be. I think it is okay to make art that just doesn't represent real life at all. Because I think that that's something we need. We need stuff that takes us somewhere else, that allows us to forget about reality for a bit. I think that that's its own strength. There needs to be both. We need art that speaks about reality, and we need art that speaks about something totally otherworldly. Because we can't just be stuck here. Art should just be having fun. Yeah, we should have fun. On the opposite side, and with Oscar Wilde, art is art for its sake. It stops being so when it's an instrument. Yeah, I wouldn't agree with the idea that it's no longer art when it talks about real life. I think that's still art. Because I think there's a place for talking about the real world using art, but I just think that I think it's stupid to say that you shouldn't have stuff that's completely its own thing too. I think you should have both. You should be allowed to escape to new worlds and create stories where the logic is perhaps not like real life at all. Art can be so many beautiful things. Anything that limits it is pretty poo-poo in my opinion. Yes, I agree. Shouldn't be limited. Art shouldn't be limited. If you have an idea in your head, you should be allowed to put it out there. You should never be limited. It's, I think if there's ever a situation where you're disallowed from conveying a type of story, a type of narrative, a type of art of any kind, I think that's a great loss to the world. I think that we should be able to create any kind of fantastical, fictional, artistic experience that we want to create. And we very much come from an age when a lot of things weren't allowed, you know, like more heavily religious times, heavily more like puritanical times. It was considered sort of unholy to like represent certain kinds of things. You know, they used to not allow certain kinds of things to be shown on TV. Well, I guess it's still that way, but they were way more restrictive with it. But now we're a lot less restrictive with it. We allow people to, like, make stuff. We don't... You know, it's opening up. But every now and then we take a step back, because there's a lot of people who do want to, like, try to limit art. It happens a lot. But we should remember that, you know, we should look back on history and look at how bad it is for us anytime we have tried to limit art, and how it's been used as a tool to oppress the masses. And we should reject that and decide that actually freedom is a good thing. Anyway, probably dwelling on this topic too long, and I've already talked about this kind of topic before. What's the next one? Let's move on to the next one. What's something that makes you happy? I'm just gonna read chat to catch up. Yeah, imagination is powerful, for real. Alright, something that makes you happy and why? Well, let's see. My boyfriend, my friends, my family, singing, dancing, art, Winnie the Pooh, musicals, music, Minecraft, and Resident Evil. Why? Well, my boyfriend, because obviously, why not? He makes me the happiest from morning till night, every single day. He knows how to make me happy just by being there. My friends, because for once, they make me feel like I belong here. Family, because they are always there for me, no matter what. Singing, dancing, and art, because it makes me feel free and myself. Winnie the Pooh is a special interest of mine and has always made me happy. Musical and music, because I feel cheery and calm. Minecraft, because it helps me be creative and has been a community I felt happy in for years. Resident Evil, because my boyfriend got me obsessed with the game the first night we had. I think you might have, I think I remember you writing about Resident Evil on a previous week. How your boyfriend got you into it. And then... Yeah, or yeah. Or I might be remembering, or I might be confusing you with someone else, because someone said that. I don't remember if it was you. Yes, yes, yes. Resident Evil. Yeah, I really want to play the Resident Evil 4 remake. It's been out for a while now, but I didn't play it yet. It looks very fun. And it looks, yeah, I really want to play it, and Ashley Graham is pretty, and I would like to get to know her as well. Yeah, it just looks like a nice game. It looks very cool. Uh, yeah, I'd love to play that. I plan to play that. Looks cool as hell. I'm the one who wrote Resident Evil the previous week, because I only got into it because of an ex. Oh, okay, that was you. Never played any Resident Evil, really? I played Resident Evil 6, which is a more controversial one, with someone else. We did like the first little campaign, very chaotic and action-oriented. It was cool, though. It was a good game. A lot of people don't like it because it's different from the other Resident Evil games, but I didn't have much reference for it because it was one of my first. More of an Ada guy. I really like Ashley's IRL model, but her digitization looks bad. Really? You think it translated badly when they converted her? Yeah, Ashley in the game is they modeled her after 2 real-life people. So they did one person for, like, her face, and then they did a different person for her ass and her body. So, yeah, they did that separate. Yeah, that was the thing. I forget who the model is, but it was someone I'd known about before. So I was interested to see that they did that. Who wrote this post then? Them and I are hella similar. It was by Zana. Let me just double check that. Hope I didn't say it wrong. Yes, it was Zana. I like her character in the remake. Yeah, they definitely made her more... I've seen the old compared with the remake, and I think they've made her more likable in the remake. She seems very different character. Yeah, very, yeah, I mean, it's always a stronger incentive for me if a game has, like, pretty characters in it. That's just how I am. I won't apologize for it. Very cool. I want to be... And Leon's such a badass. I want to be like him. I want to be a cool badass who will protect the president's daughter. Stay behind me. Stay behind me, Ashley. I'll protect you. I'm gonna get you to safety. Yeah. It'd be cool if someday I could make like a Leon S. Kennedy audio roleplay. That would be fun. Make it very exciting. Leon protects you. Leon takes you to safety. ASMR. Exhibit doing unnecessary backflips when. One of my favorite characters of all time. Yeah, he's cool. I'd love to be like him someday, but I'm probably not brave enough for it, and I probably would not do unnecessary backflips if someone came at me with a chainsaw, so probably can't be done. Take my credit card information. You guys want the video that badly? I'll fund the Leon content. Maybe I can open up a... Well, thing is, I wouldn't want to open up a Patreon, because then I have to work. Provide special content. I might start linking my Ko-Fi again, though, sometime soon. Maybe. Leon Kennedy gets infected with Las Plagas ASMR. Well, thank you, Bubbly Shay. I appreciate that. Special, you say? Yeah, special content on Patreon. Things I don't want to commit to making stuff like exclusive content like monthly. I would rather release each one separately and let people like buy the separate videos. So if I ever did like not safe for work content, I might be better off using something like Fansly or something. Because I think on that you can sell individual videos with a subscription. The only issue though is that like Fansly is more as like a stigma. People are afraid to get Fansly because it's like, oh, you're getting only Fansly, whatever, even though it's not the same site, but it is what it is. I don't know, I'll figure that out in the future because I'm not doing that anytime soon. For now, I'm safe for work. Completely safe for work. I never say anything sexual. I would never do that. It's not something I ever do, no. I'm very clean. The Discord server is premium content, and it's free, you guys. I guess that enough stuff happens in the Discord server that it's like its own entertainment, so I guess that is premium content from a certain perspective. Not safe for work audios, you say. Can't believe you got to be part of this awesome community for free. I mean, I'm not doing anything like super unusual here, but I appreciate that you consider it to be something that would be worth money. Alright, let's move on to the next response. On number 6 now. Something that makes you happy and why? Listening to role-playing ASMRs while studying. I just like to imagine some fun role-plays while my body rots in academics. And this one was written by Eco. Yeah. I used to watch a lot of ASMR content, a lot of audio roleplay stuff. I don't do that as much anymore. I've sort of grown out of watching that a lot. Because, I don't know, I sort of prefer other things. If I want to experience being fawned over by fictional women, I'll play like a game where you do that instead of just having like an audio roleplay. You know, I tend to not be interested in audio roleplays anymore. But, you know, I still make them. And I'm hoping to make more. I'm hoping to bring back my own scripts. It's just taken a long time. Because I have some really cool ideas. But it's so hard to implement them because sometimes it just takes a long time. And sometimes you start out motivated and then you get less motivated as you're writing it because it's hard to stay focused on one thing for so long. Except it's going to make a not safe for work audio where it's just him going, oh yeah, does that to you. While Seabad plays in the background. No, I won't be doing that, actually. Yeah, that's a salad audio. Bed rotting while playing Honey Pop is my current life. Hell yeah. Honey Pop. One game I was really enjoying was Hush Hush. I didn't finish it though, but it's like a really interactive dating sim with a lot of dialogue options and stuff. Thing is, when I want a dating sim, I don't just want a visual novel that like plays itself and it's just reading and nothing else. I want interaction. I want actual gameplay. But the issue is that there's less dating sims in that category. There's a lot of games with like dating as like a side thing, but games where it's dating is the main thing, most of those are just visual novels. And like, I want interaction. I want to use my skills to rizz up the women because I'm so charming. I don't want to just let some other character do it all. We love the Goonet lifestyle salad, yeah. That's the thing, there are plenty of like hentai games, and I do want to play more of those. Because the ones that I have, you know, they seem... I mean, I like that kind of stuff. I don't know how I feel about Goonet. Yeah, well... Yeah, I should play more hentai games, because that would also scratch the itch for like dating sim type stuff, because it is basically that kind of thing, but it's just explicit. And yeah, it's just... Don't you already rizz up people with your audios? Yeah! Yeah, I do. I'm such, like, look at me, I'm such a charmer. Leave it up to me to I'm so charming, I've rizzed up 60,000 people. Amazing. See, there's the... there's the two angles on this, right? Either I'm a real loser because I don't do much in real life, or from another perspective, I'm actually a real charmer because I've charmed 60,000 people. Like, whoa. Isn't that crazy? But obviously that's different because it's not real. Well, I mean, they're real people, but it's not a real relationship. Somebody does it too well and we get creatures through the chat. Yeah. So what was that game you were hella Rizzler in? Honey School or something? That doesn't ring a bell. What? Honey School? When have I played anything that sounded like that? What? Honey School? Did I ever play something like that? Honey Pop? I've never played Honey Pop on stream. It couldn't be that. I wonder what... Let me get my other phone with my exhibit list. Exhibit list? You just writing down all the things I say? Do you play dating sims? Sometimes. I would say that, again, as I said, I'm interested in ones with gameplay, not ones that just play themselves. You know, like visual novel, reading only. But there's not as many of those. But I guess I haven't really tried to find them that hard. But yeah, there are a lot of hentai games. I should play more of those, because those are dating sims too, but kind of different kind. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about hentai so much before the stream gets taken down. Alright, next response. Something that makes you happy and why? Drawing and video games. Drawing makes me happy because I get to create my own little world that I can be a part of. Video games is a bit similar of a reason, only I didn't create the world, but I can build around it or explore what's in that world, and this one is written by Tess. Thank you, Tess. Yeah, video games also make me happy whenever I'm like in the right mood for it, because I kind of come in and out of the right moods, but like some of my most like pleasurable experiences have been like just playing a game and getting immersed into it and feeling like part of the world. And I value experiences like that a lot. To some people, it's just being dumb, a nerd, being like, wow, it's just a gamer, wow, it's a dead game, video games, you're just addicted to video games. How pathetic. It's like, no, it's not pathetic. It's a good experience, and you get immersed into something, and it makes you happy. You get to go on an adventure. And you know, it may not be happening in real life, but that doesn't mean it's not an adventure. It's still an experience that is giving you stimuli, and is making you feel things, and where you're growing in some ways. So I think experiences like that are important, and you shouldn't be ashamed of it or devalue it just because it's not real. It can add a lot to your life. And you know, we need adventure, even if it's not a real adventure. Well, maybe it is a real adventure though, from a certain perspective. The things aren't actually happening. You're not actually swinging a sword, you're not actually firing the gun. But does that really mean the adventure isn't real? Maybe it is real, because you're having a real experience. Exhibit, it was Habbo Hotel. Oh, you remembered. Yes, that's right. When I was like 9 years old, I played Habbo Hotel, and I had multiple girlfriends, and I was terrible. Like these are such vague memories. Like I don't remember it that well, but when I vaguely remember, I was a little player. Like I was going around being. Like, I barely even remember it, but like I had more riz back then than I have now. What was up with me? But yeah, I don't... that was something. Yeah. It wasn't multiple girl. It wasn't like real, right? It was like the dumb online kind of things, but it was still wasn't good of me. But like I was a child. I didn't know anything. Okay, I was 9. Okay, I was 9. Don't hold it against me. I knew nothing. I thought it was all just a game. I thought it was like he's also doing the harem route in Persona 5, by the way, guys. Ah, yeah, but I Bro's a womanizer. It's true. I'm such a womanizer. What can I say? I got like mad bitches. I got like a bajillion women in my Snapchat. I never use Snapchat. Leave some hugs for the rest of us. It is all just a game. Yeah, at the end of the day, love is just a game. Love's just a game. Okay. Next response, I guess. Something that makes you happy and why. Friends, family, and communities. Those make me feel like I'm not alone, even though my depression makes me feel like I'm alone. And this one was also written by Tess. Yeah, friends, family, and communities. Having friends and like people, a community, something to be part of, is also a very important part of life. Because, again, I've talked about the importance of having fantasy, the importance of having escape. But you need good things in your real life too. Because we as humans have a need for being social. We have a need for people. And a lot of the more meaningful things in your life come from people. That's where a lot of your meaning in life comes from. You can't really do it alone. Very few people can just be completely 100% alone. You need people that you care about. That's where some of the best experiences come from. And you need that. You need something to fight for. Something to care about and protect. You need people to have experiences with. To create memories with. Because that's what it's all about. One of the big parts of life. Why are you singing the fucking video game song together now? Yeah, if I didn't need social interactions, I wouldn't be here. My live stream addiction was caused because I was alone and bored too much. Alright, so next response. Something that makes you happy and why. My girl. Can't really explain it, but I'm always happier after talking to her. Yeah. We had the one mentioning the boyfriend as well, so love is also a big part of life. You gotta have people you care about, whether it's romantically or not. But yeah, there's a lot of happiness you can get from things like that as well, for sure. Alright. I guess we'll go on to the next response. I don't know what else to say. This isn't really my area of expertise. I'm not someone with a lot of experience with relationships, so... yeah, let's move along. I wonder how Truck-kun is doing. I thought you two are together, right? You should be, Oh, he's in prison for vehicular manslaughter. I was about to say. I was about to ask, you should know what he's up to. Wish I had that happiness too. Oh well, what the fuck am I gonna do about it? Yeah, well... it's possible. Find love exhibit, don't worry. It's we're gonna make it. Alright. Next response. Something that makes you happy and why? What makes me the most happy? I love making people laugh. I love making people think all the better if I can do I love making people think all the better if I can do both at once. But the best, most favorite feeling is what I get from helping others, making others happy. Whether it's my friends, my cats, random stranger, humans, and animals. Not just the moments of joy, although those are awesome, but like the ability to be there for people and relate. Any chance to improve someone or someone else's experience of existence makes me feel like all that sucky life stuff is worth it to live through. Oh yeah, all that sucky life stuff is worth it to live through. I read it wrong. And this one was written by Toybox. Yeah. There is a lot of meaning that you can get from your life by helping others and being kind to others. Because it's very easy to be selfish. I consider myself a pretty selfish person, but I also kind of recognize that there's a lot to be gained from caring for others and trying to help people, make other people happy. Because we've got two needs. We've got the need for pleasure, short-term pleasure, and we've got the need for meaning, which is a more long-term kind of thing. And the issue with pleasure is that it's very short-lived. You know, once the moment is over, it's gone, and it fades away. But meaning is more difficult. It requires you to be more kind and selfless, and to put your own needs aside sometimes for other people. But if you do that, you find yourself more fulfilled. And you find yourself feeling better. And so, if you live your life only chasing pleasure, there's going to be times when you're not feeling that pleasure, when you're less happy. And those moments will suck. Because all you care about is pleasure and you don't have it. All you care about is happiness and you don't have it. But if you care about more than that, if you care about other people and you do good things for other people, then in those moments where you aren't as happy, where you're not having a good time, where things are going badly for you, where you're not experiencing pleasure, you won't feel as bad. Because you'll feel like you're living a meaningful life. You'll feel like it's more okay that you're not having pleasure at this exact moment. You know? Because... yeah, that's just... that's why you need to live a meaningful life and live for other people. People other than yourself. It's because your own happiness only goes so far. And once that's gone, you need something else to sort of take the place. So I don't know if I'm making sense right now, or if my words are really coming out the way I want them to. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. Alright, I wonder if some messages have been cut out. I'm gonna switch to the chat. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next response. Something that makes you happy and why. These Menhera Monday streams, the whole exhibit server and bombastic community. These things make me so freaking happy. And the name they put is, I'm sure I speak for all of us. Damn, mystery person. Is that you, Toy Box? There's someone. Yeah, well, I'm glad, whoever this is, I'm glad that you like it so much. You know, I'm glad that I can be entertaining, because I used to be less entertaining. I used to be a little annoying shit. And now I am entertaining, because I developed and grew, and I have skills now. Doesn't sound like me at all. Yeah, okay, so it is you. It did seem like you, I just didn't want to assume. I would never assume that the questions are written by someone. I would never do that. I definitely have not done that with Salad several times. Alright, next response. Something that makes you happy and why. Suffering to reach success or complete a task. It makes it feel much more rewarding than if it was easy. And the name they put is Valorant Player. Safety! Did you write this? He's not in the chat right now, but this sounds like him, because he's trying to get me to play Valorant. Ugh. I agree with the message, though, because sometimes you need to suffer in the short term to have more happiness in the long term, and that can be hard to do. But ultimately, that's what you're doing. Sometimes we think of it in terms of, no, I don't want to suffer, I don't want to do this and that, but you need to think of it in terms of, if your objective is happiness, then suffering in the long term is going to give you more of that. You know, more... If your objective is to have as much happiness as possible in life, the best way to do that is to suffer sometimes. Is to put in the work. And that's how you should think about it. You should think about it in terms of, how do I maximize my happiness, not in terms of, oh, how much am I suffering? Because you're actually getting more happiness overall. So if that's what you want most, that's how you get it. But that's hard. And, you know, it's kind of rich coming from me, because I struggle a lot to do difficult things. I'm not good at it. I suck at a lot of things. It's very hard for me to motivate myself. I have a real big struggle with that, but you know, that's my own problem to deal with, and I recognize the truth that working hard and suffering in the short term is how you benefit in the long term. You're lurking? Oh, safety is here. God damn it. Ugh. You should play Valorant. Oh my god, yeah, well... I deleted it to make space for other things. Because of a tiny hard drive. I do need a new hard drive, but I don't want to spend too much money. I'm trying to have a good amount of money, but... Ugh. I do what I do. Okay. Okay, I've missed a lot of messages. Let me try to... I haven't seen you while you weren't entertaining. To me, you've always been entertaining. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad that you've never thought that I wasn't entertaining, because, sometimes I get worried that I'm not still entertaining or that I'm doing bad on one stream or something. But, you know, it's part of the journey, moving up in the world. Exhibit profiles minorities. What? Where's that coming from? What? When did I ever do that? Yeah, I should play Valorant. Then play CS. CS is what I have installed right now. I deleted Valorant for CS. He does play CS now when a gun is pointed at him under the desk. Yeah, I prefer CS right now. If you're doing badly, I'd ask if you were okay, except you already had a concussion or something. Okay, well if you ever ask me if I'm okay, I'll know that I did a shitty stream. Oh, everyone's hugging each other in the chat now. We're all getting along. I need to start doing more collabs. I need to, like, reach out with other creators for collabs, because not only would that be really fun, it's also going to be a good way to, like, grow in popularity. That was one of the things I wanted to do in the beginning, do collabs, but... Gotta reach out to people for that. And I had a couple of people in mind before. There's one person I had in mind, but they don't stream anymore because they can't. They got bad internet connection. So I lost that opportunity. There's someone else I wanted to reach out to, but I wanted to do other collabs first because they're kind of a bit more popular. But we started our ASMR channels around the same time, but she's like way more popular than me now because she was more consistent with her content, and then she also moved into VTubing a long time ago. Yeah, anyway, well, I won't talk too much about that because I don't want to reveal who it is. But yeah. It's actually cool just how many people from the ASMR community have become, like, popular VTubers. There's quite a few of them. Like, there's even people that I've talked to before that, like talked to, like, over Discord. Or, like, over email. That are now, like, really popular VTubers in, like, really big companies. And it's kind of cool, because it's like, maybe I can do the same thing. Maybe I can also become a VTuber legend. Because I'm starting from the same place they started. It's kind of cool. Ooh, secrety secret. Yeah, secret for now. You'll know who it is if I ever do collab with them. But there's other ones that are definitely way too popular for me to collab with them now. They're out of my league now. If I'd done it with them in the past, that might have been possible, but like... Maybe if I got really popular. That might take a while. I know, but I think Mr. Beast is a growing YouTuber, so I'm sure Exhibit would like to help his small channel out. Yeah! Yeah, I should help Mr. Beast out. He's a small channel. He needs, bigger channels like me need to help out small channels like his to grow. I should totally collab with Mr. Beast. You know, give him a little boost. Okay, next response. What's something that makes you happy and why? Waifus in my bed. I'd hope the why is obvious, and they didn't write their name for this. True. Waifus. Waifus are a very good way to be happy. Mr. Beast really does need the help and money. Yeah. He needs the help and money. Poor guy. Yeah, I don't think there's much for me to say. I'll see you later, see you in a bit, Peachy. I'll move on to the next one, because, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Something that makes you happy and why. Every time she asks me for a root beer, she always gives me this specific look, which I know means, do you have root beer today? When I give her one, she's always so happy, jumping for joy. Just something about someone being happy and grateful for something I did makes me feel a little bit better each day. This one was written by Unknown. Unknown, you've mentioned this girl quite a few times. This girl who, like, wants your root beer. Do you have a crush on her? Do you have a thing? Are you maybe got the butterflies? You maybe, you know? I'm starting to think maybe there's a reason you keep mentioning her. You need us to be like your wingman? Wing people? Sorry, I won't, yeah. Not gonna... If you ever need advice on how to win her over, all you gotta do is ask me, the relationship expert, the highly experienced Exhibit A. I have dated a bajillion different women from all across the world. I can give you the tips. I can give you this one special technique that will make her fall in love with you. All you gotta do is buy my program. And I will teach you the secret to making any woman fall in love with you instantly. We shall write our own Unknown and Root Beer Girl fanfics? Oh no. Yes, you do have a thing for her, okay. Well, good luck with that. I wish you luck. You should tell her how you feel at some point, but obviously I don't know your situation, so it's not much... There's not a lot that I can really say, I suppose. I'm just gonna go back to being her root beer dealer, thank you very much. Okay. Alright, something that makes you happy and why. Blonde big booba anime girls. Unknown, did you write this one? Did you write this one, Unknown? Blonde big booba anime girls. Specifically blonde ones. Have have faith. Yeah, you need to have faith, because, like, it's scary, but you've gotta do it, because otherwise you don't have a chance. Oh my god, you know me so well. Yeah. It's just unknown. The reason why I say this is because someone else was looking through your character list, and they remarked that a lot of the characters that... No. They weren't looking through your list. They were looking at, like, characters you were claiming. And they remarked that you were claiming a lot of blonde girls. Just like every blonde girl you saw from, like, what they could see. And so that's why I assumed this one was you, because... yeah, you seem to have a thing for blondes. Which is totally fair. Yeah. Alright, next thing. Something that makes you happy and why. First of all, it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what makes me happy, but I'd say being around people that care about me and... that care and treat me well. And then, the name... Read the capital letters for the real answer, signed by Salad. Okay, so... they put some of the letters as capital here, just randomly. Okay. The capital letters for the... okay. F-O-R-T... okay. Does it say Fortnite porn? It definitely says Fortnite porn. F-O-R-T-N-I-T-E-P-O-R-N. Yeah, okay, fucking... Salad. You won't shut up about Fortnite porn, what? Why do you love Fortnite porn so much? Dear Lord. Is it a riddle? Yeah, it was a riddle. I solved it. Okay. It's always the Fortnite porn. What is it with you and Fortnite porn? Alright, I'm gonna read the next one. Something that makes you happy and why. The girl reading this. Huh? What do you mean the girl reading this? What girl? Me? I'm not a girl. What? What do you mean the girl reading this? Damn. Real. Maybe it's a sign that I'm supposed to become a girl. Who knows? Alright, next one. Something that makes you happy and why. Something that makes me happy would probably be just being able to be creative. I love drawing, I loved acting back in the day, I love just creating stuff. Sure, it doesn't have to be the best, but I like seeing my accomplishments in front of me, as seeing many people praise my art. Sure, the compliments feel good, but the best part is knowing that I made that, and people get to see my hard work. I tried explaining it, but I kinda suck at explaining stuff. Well, that makes sense. This one's written by Salad. You know, definitely makes sense. Being able to make it not just for your own satisfaction, but, you know, see other people compliment it, and then also enjoy it, and talk about how great it is. Oh, this music's very familiar. I like this music. Yeah, just, when someone looks at something, and they've clearly had a good time, and they're complimenting it, and you know that you made that, that's a good feeling. It's a very good feeling. You feel very proud of yourself. You feel powerful. Like you are an artiste. Like you create worlds. Like you create something of significance. And people feel happy because of it. It's a lot of power. It's power that you can't buy. Forcible feminization? No, no. I made a box of teeth. Why? What? Yeah, okay. Let's move along. Something that makes you happy and why? Cock. Oh my god. Always once. Every single one. Every single week has cock at least once now. There's a good chance Salad did this one too. Who knows? Is that estrogen burger? Yeah. Estrogen burger, that man. Exhibit birthday is coming up. That is true. My birthday is on the 22nd of February. Oh, the music's done. Let's maybe start it over. That wasn't me. Like, dead ass. Why are you saying it like that? I'm more suspicious now. Like you're just so you're overacting now. Cause you'd never write cock. That's not something you'd ever do, Salad. Happy early birthday, thank you. No, because I'm tired of being racially profiled. Alright. Next one. What's something that makes you happy? When I get head patted and called a good girl, in brackets, I'm a guy. Okay. You're a guy, but you like to be called good girl? So is this like autogynephilia? Might be. Or maybe you are an egg. Maybe this is an egg. Either way, that's chill. Either way, I support you. Alright, let's move on to the next one. What's something that makes you happy? I only ever felt happy the only 2 times in my life a girl rested her head on my shoulder. And this one was written by Tedia. I see. Yeah, I guess that's... I'm not really sure what to say, actually. If you want... Listen, if you need companionship in your life, you don't need to give up. It'll happen. Things happen. Life is crazy. Life is strange. You know? Things happen. It'll happen. It'll happen. You know? Things come and go. Things occur in the world. Uh, yeah. I don't know. I wish I could turn this into like some bigger lesson or bigger thing, but I don't really know what else to say. Alright, we're gonna move along. Life is Strange reference for real. He speaks beyond his years, yeah. Alright. Next thing. What's something that makes you happy and why? That satisfying feeling when you get a 5-star or an SSR or a good claim in a gacha game or mude. The thrill is like no other. Why? Gambling addiction. This one was written by Peachy. Yeah, you are an absolute gambling addict, Peachy. You keep recruiting people into mude. You're like getting people addicted to it. You're spreading it like a religion, like a cult. You came back just in time for me to read the... Crazy. Yeah, you really... You're such a we have so many gambling addicts in chat. PG same. Oh my god. I mean, I don't disagree. It is a good feeling, like getting good stuff in like a gacha. But I usually try to say I haven't spent real life money on a gacha before. The only thing stopping me from spending real life money on gacha is that it's way too expensive. Like in most games, it's like a lot of money for just like a single 10 pull. Like $10 for a 10 pull or something. It's like, that's not worth it. Or like $5 or 10 pull or something, I don't know, something like that. It's like, there's no way you'd ever get your like, there's no way you'd even, to do several pulls, you'd be spending like $50 or something. That's like not worth it. Like I can't, they make it so fucking expensive. Like I would have paid for it by now if it wasn't so bad value. Like there's no point, because there's no way I'd even get the character I want if I do that. Seems better to just save up with like free stuff. Save up your gems or whatever, you know. Haven't spent real life money on a gacha before? Well, isn't that just swell? Ah. So you have, huh? I'm assuming a lot of you have spent real money on gacha. You guys are. Premium Mude is easily the best value to the dollar I've spent this year, maybe in my life. Fair enough. We're all very grateful to you for purchasing that for the server. I'm a Star Rail player, so I get it. Yeah, I haven't played Star Rail. I might sometime, but I'm not like a huge fan of Genshin. Like, it's been kind of fun sometimes, but I feel like there's other better, like, open world games to play that don't require you to, grind. But I like the story of it. I'd love to, you know... I like the world, I like the story, I like the characters, but... I don't know, there's just there's other stuff I like more. I think this is a predatory practice of companies, sadly. It is a, predatory practice, yeah, because they're trying to get people addicted. It is what they do. And a lot of people lose a lot of money from it. They do be fleecing us for our cash. Yeah, it's a system that's intended to get people addicted and take your money. And get lots of money from you when you don't get what you want. And it tricks you into spending way more money than you otherwise would, because, like, if you knew ahead of time that you needed to pay, like, $60 for, like, a singular character in a game, like a PNG or something. Like, you probably wouldn't do it. Or most people wouldn't. At least from the outset. If they haven't played, like, that kind of game before. But, by making it into, like, a gacha mechanic, where, like, oh, you have a chance of getting it. Well, now people will spend that much, because they've been tricked into thinking, okay, I'll spend this amount of money, this smaller amount of money, and then I might get it, and then they do that over and over and over again, and then by before they know it, they've spent $60 or more. And so you sort of trick people into spending more than they otherwise would. But, you know, it's because of the thrill of the gamble. It's kind of crazy. And, you know, they'll probably do it even more. Because it's clearly working. It's a very good way to make money. So, yeah. But hey, the games that have gacha tend to be anime-styled games, so I'm going to keep playing gachas because I like anime-styled games. I don't like it for the gacha element. They happen to... I like anime-styled games, and a lot of them happen to be gachas, so... Have you guys seen, was it named Ananta? Yeah, Ananta. Have you guys seen the trailer for Ananta? It's a GTA-style gacha game. So it's like GTA, but with an anime art style. And you can also swing around the city like Spider-Man. It looks really cool, and I definitely want to play it. I want to get going since I want to start the birthday art for a certain VTuber on screen. Oh. I'm gonna listen to music. See you later, guys. I'll be hanging in the Discord. See you around. I appreciate you trying to make stuff for me. This bitch is free to play. For now. I don't think I've ever made so many people happy on a budget. It cost me less than an hour of work. Yeah, you've made a lot of people happy with that. This is your charitable act for the year. Monopoly Go has made more money than Genshin Impact? Really? Is Monopoly Go that popular? I haven't even heard much about it. Like, I know it exists, but, like, I hear about Genshin Impact way more than Monopoly Go. Maybe they have, like, a really exploitative business model. You guys hear that? The contest is on. Prepare the birthday art. Oh. Should I make it, like, an official contest? Winner gets exhibits baby teeth. What? Who decided that? Alright, let's move on to the next thing. Yeah, Ananta looks really cool. I like that game. I want to play it whenever it comes out. Looks cool as hell. But, okay. What's something that makes you happy and why? Sexualizing men makes me happy. I like seeing people of all genders be slutted out, but especially men, and this one's written by Peachy. This is so real. So, like... Yes, Okay, so... When it comes to, like, the kind of fiction we have a lot of stuff that sexualizes women. Not very much that sexualizes men. You know, there's so much, like, anime games and stuff showing, like, big booba girls. There's not as much when it comes to the men, right? There's not as many... And, you know, same with, like, porn. Most porn is aimed at men and shows women. There's a lot of people... There's two types... Okay, so, like, there's two schools of thought, right? In recognizing this imbalance, right? There's the camp of people who say, we need to stop sexualizing women, because it's problematic, and you shouldn't be allowed to look at women, because it's fucking problematic and bad, right? That's the unbased opinion. The based opinion is, we balance it out by sexualizing the hell out of men. That's how we fix society, alright? We don't We don't take away the stuff that already exists. We add on. We give more options. And as Syndrome from The Incredibles once said, when everyone is sexualized, no one will be. That's how we fix it. That's how we end sexism. When everyone is objectified, no one will be. This is how we fix society. This is the solution right here. But of course, whenever I say this, I mean like either fictionally or consensually. I don't mean going around and like fucking like catcalling people. I don't mean like doing things that people aren't comfortable with. I mean like making games or shows or works of fiction where people are sexualized. And, you know, I don't mean to like don't do things that people don't want, okay? Don't sexualize people who don't want to be sexualized. Don't objectify people who don't want to be objectified. Consent is important. But you don't need consent from fictional characters. You can do whatever you want with them. They're not real. Because guess what? You can't objectify them. They are objects. You created them. I'm catcalling only exhibit. Yeah, but you know, there's a lot of people who think that we should stop making certain kinds of content because it's too... It gives like a bad view of women or whatever, and it's like, no, we can solve that by sexualizing men. Just bring that in, create more. We don't take away what already exists. We don't stop people from enjoying content, we create more content. Alright, next one. What's something that makes you happy? I feel very happy when I'm very tired because it usually means I've done something good that day instead of lazing off. And it's not about productivity per se, more about feeling alive. Yeah, interesting take. I haven't heard someone say that they feel happy when they're, like, tired. But I guess you must live a very productive life. You must be very active. I envy you. Very... Yeah. Cool. Cool. Good stuff. I don't know much to say on that because I'm not a productive person. Wish I could be. Wish I had this mindset. Something that makes you happy and why? The Exhibit A community, really. A server I never found boring and I'm happy to be part of. This one is KK, which I'm assuming is Kit Kat. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm glad you guys like being part of the community so much. It's a very good sign. Good sign that I'm doing well. I'm on the right path. We've created something good here. To be part of. To feel a sense of meaning. Which is important in life. Alright, and this one is going to be the very last one. Last one on the list. Something that makes you happy and why? Doing art. I love doing art in my free time. I don't do as much as I used to, and I'm not super skilled. But it's fun making little worlds of imagination. Plus, I love escapism, and this one's written by Unknown. Yeah, this is similar to some of the other ones written. Definitely true. Definitely a good take. Yeah, escapism is good. Art is good. It's healthy. We all need it. Yes. Yeah. Alright, that was the last one. If you want, you can maybe try to put some extra ones in now. Last one didn't post? Oh shit. You can try to put it in now, last minute. You said half-popped popcorn kernels, really? That makes you happy? Watching people succeed at watch this, or fail at watch this, so I guess. I suppose that makes sense. You don't operate well under time pressure. Fair enough. Okie dokie, so, I hope y'all enjoyed this stream. I'm gonna be bringing things to a close quite soon. If anyone has any last words, better put them in now. Any... whether that be in the chat or in the document. Any... yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Alright, yes, I suppose that's everything. Thank you all very much for coming to the stream. It's been cool. And I will see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.